Hello there, you fine-looking human being you. This is Chris from TechExpert, and I'm here with Sandisk's new iXpand wireless charger. Interesting bit of kit. It's the world's first wireless charger that will also back up your photos from your smartphone to a bit of built-in local storage. So that's great news if you're not a fan of backing up your pics on the cloud. You don't use anything like Google Photos. It just takes the pain out of backing up all of your photos, manually having to plug in your smartphone into your computer and drag all that stuff across. So I'm going to get it all unboxed now, set up, and give you my full review to see if it's actually worth the money. Now, first up, the good news is that the Sandisk iXpand wireless charger is compatible. Oh, f me, I didn't do a very good job of that, did I? And that's because you have to tear it the other way. Oh, God. So as I was saying, the good news is that the Sandisk iXpand wireless charger is compatible with all Qi-compatible Android and iPhone devices. So basically, if your smartphone supports wireless charging, it should support this charger. Inside the box is nice and straightforward, as well as the charger itself. You get, of course, a bit of a 3-pin plug action for charging it back up, and you actually get a 2-pin adapter in case you ever need to use it in Europe. Or I guess you could stick the charger in the bathroom, plug it into the old shaver port. As you can see there, the charging pad is a good old size. It's a proper handful, so bigger than many of the other wireless chargers that I've seen. They can be quite dinky little affairs, so at least you'll have plenty of room to slap down your mobile phone. You might even be able to charge a couple at once, potentially, with this bad boy. Of course, you'll have to actually get all set up first, and to do that you'll need to install the iXpand charger app onto your iPhone or your Android device. Thankfully there is a little QR code bundled in the box, so as you can see there, nice and straightforward. As you can see there, just scan the QR code and it gives you links to the Google Play or the App Store. Otherwise you can just go straight to your App Store and search for iXpand charger. Right, so I've got the app all downloaded onto my iPhone XR. I'm just going to actually plug in the Sandisk charging pad now. It's a nice long cable, 6 foot long, so you should be able to stretch the pad to wherever you need it to be. And you do actually have a micro USB port on the back of the pad as well, so I'm assuming that means you can charge it in via micro USB and power it that way as well. So that's the iXpand all plugged in, and now it's time to pair up the phone with the charging pads. Right, so it looks like the smartphone has found the charging pad, so let's just say continue. It's now connecting to the charger. Right, so the app is now asking to join my Wi-Fi network, so I'm just going to enter my password. Now, if you plan on actually sharing the Sandisk charger with other people in the household or wherever else, you can actually set up your own private account, and the charger can create separate backups for each smartphone that is placed on it, so that's a great little feature to have. Setup appears to be nice and straightforward. Just got to stick in your name, your email, and your password, and that's basically job done. And then there you go, we are all set up. Huzzah! So as you can see here, the iXpand desktop, pretty straightforward stuff. It tells you exactly how much battery is left in your current smartphone, how much storage space you have in the actual charger itself, and of course in the phone as well. So all of the information you need right there on the main screen. And the iXpand can also back up your contacts as well, just in case, for extra peace of mind. So I'm just going to stick my phone down on the charger now. As you can see there, it is already charging. As you can see, scanning for new files, so it's going to look for new photos, preparing for backup. And there you have it. As you can see, got quite a few photos to back up because this is the first time. I do have a lot of photos on there, so this is probably going to take some time. If I just click here, you should see those photos trickling through. There you go. So you can actually browse which photos you've got backed up through here. Oh, lots of exciting screenshots for an Apple launch. Thrilling times. And it's going at sort of a reasonably nippy rate as well. I'm guessing you probably won't have 1,000 photos to back up every single night, so it should actually be pretty swift at backing up all of those pics that you take in the average day. And you can actually filter through all of your backed up stuff as well. So as you can see there, filter just the photos, just the videos, or everything. If you tap this little icon up here as well, you can actually filter by the date as well. So that's great. So if you want to jump to something quickly. And if you dive on into the settings, you can actually change the auto backup as well. So as you can see there, you can have it just backing up your photos or just the videos, whatever you fancy. Can't remember if I mentioned it before, but the iXpand wireless charger has 256 gigs of built-in storage. So plenty of space for tons of photos and videos. Unless you're shooting a lot of 4K resolution home movies, then you shouldn't run out anytime soon. And as far as the actual wireless charging goes as well, it's pretty standard. It's 10 watts, so reasonably fast as far as the wireless charging goes. So the average smartphone will take sort of between 2 and 3 hours to fill up with that kind of speed. Unfortunately, despite the size of the Sandisk iXpand wireless charger, it does appear that the phone has to be fairly near the center for it to actually function. So see, I've moved it off to the side here, and as you can see, it has stopped charging now. The little pink light has gone off there, so you do have to have it fairly central. So it doesn't look like you can actually get 2 smartphones on there at once in order to charge them both up. It's definitely not happy with that. However, the good news is that cases are supported, so if you've got a phone case on there up to 3mm in thickness, Sandisk reckons it should be absolutely fine. As you can see here, this P30 Pro has got a little transparent bumper case on it and it's still charging up absolutely fine. Unfortunately, it appears that if you do disturb the backing up procedure, that it then gets itself in a bit of a tizzy and doesn't want to resume. So I've taken the iPhone XR off the charging pad, just put it back on again, and it doesn't seem to be progressing past 89 of 1068. I'm going to leave it on there a good while longer and see if it'll actually catch up again. Yeah, I've left it on there a good couple of minutes and there's been absolutely no change in the storage levels, the file progression, anything like that. So it looks like I'm going to have to cancel this backup somehow and then start again. Alright, so basically I just closed down the app and right, there we go. Let's place that on there and hopefully it should resume where it left off. Bananarama, there we go. So it is continuing the backup. So yeah, so basically once you stick it on there, don't take it off again until it finishes the backup. Otherwise it doesn't like it very much. But obviously, as I say, on the average day, it'll only be backing up about 20 photos. So it'll be done in a few seconds, hopefully anyway. And if you do find yourself running out of space on your iPhone or your Android device, the Sandisk app will actually help you to free up some space on there as well by deleting some of the crap off there. As you can see, you can actually filter it by the file size and everything as well, which will really help. Although it does still break it all up by the month in which it was added, which is kind of a shame. It would be nice to just have a full-on list of everything on there with the biggest at the top, so you could quickly and easily get rid of the stuff that's taken up the most space. You will still have to do a lot of scrolling through to find the stuff that you want to get rid of, basically. But that in a nutshell right there is the Sandisk iXpand wireless charger. So as you can see, if you do have a smartphone that supports the Qi wireless standard and you do want to just back up all of your pics and your contacts and everything for peace of mind, then this is a good little option. I don't unfortunately have the full UK pricing right now because this is pre-launch. It hasn't actually launched yet, but as soon as I get that information, I will bung it down in the video description, so check there for all you need to know on that. So are you tempted by the Sandisk iXpand wireless charger? Definitely be great to hear your thoughts down below, and please do subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest tech. Cheers everyone, love you.